Before you skip this video, let me ask you one question. If someone offered you a house with no noise, no phone, no stress, no expectations, would you live there? Now the part no one believes. The house had no doors, no windows, no way in and yet. One man lived inside for 10 years. People called him insane. Engineers said it was impossible. Journalists traveled across the country trying to solve the mystery. But when the old architect finally revealed how he entered, everyone fell silent because they realized the house was never the prison they were. Stay with me. This is not just a story of a house. It is the story of a man who discovered the secret to a peace most will never experience, no matter how rich they become. What I am about to tell you sounds impossible. If I had not seen it with my own eyes, I would have called it a lie. There is a house hidden in a desert of stone. No doors, no windows, no chimney, no visible entrance, just a perfect block of smooth gray stone. From a distance, it looks like a monument. Up close, it feels like a question. The man who built it was not insane. He was one of the greatest architects of his generation. For 40 years, he designed the most beautiful buildings in the world. Glass towers touching the clouds, museums attracting millions, homes so expensive only kings and billionaires could afford. The world called him a genius, but every year he grew quieter. At first, people thought it was exhaustion, then stress. Eventually, they realized he had stopped talking about success altogether. He began asking strange questions. When was the last time you heard complete silence? Do you know who you are when the world stops looking? How much of your life belongs to you and how much to the noise? No one had answers. They just kept building. So did he. Until one morning, he vanished. No goodbye, no interviews, no retirement speech. He sold his company, donated most of his fortune, and disappeared into a desert where even the wind sounded lonely. People assumed he had lost his mind. 3 years later, a young hiker stumbled upon something that should not exist. A house with no doors, no windows, no way inside. The walls were polished so perfectly they reflected the sun like water, no footprints, no signs of life. Yet every morning, fresh bread appeared on a stone table outside. Every evening, a lantern glowed for exactly 1 hour. Someone was living there, but how? The story spread. Engineers visited. Architects studied it. Reporters waited for days. Nobody ever saw a person enter or leave. Some believed in a secret tunnel. Others said it was magic. But an old shepherd who lived miles away only smiled. "You are looking for the wrong entrance," he said. Years passed. Then one autumn morning, the old architect walked out of the desert as calmly as if he had been gone for an hour instead of 10 years. No phone, no watch, no bag, only a small leather journal. A reporter rushed toward him. "Is it true? Did you really live inside that house?" The old man nodded. "But there are no doors." "There were never supposed to be." "Then how did you get in?" He smiled. "The hardest door to find is the one inside yourself." The reporter stared. He continued walking. She followed. Why build a house without windows? He picked up sand and let it fall through his fingers. Every window invites something in, light, beauty, but also distraction, expectation, comparison, fear. He looked at the horizon. I spent my life building windows for others. They stood inside, looking at what everyone else had. No one looked within. Wasn't it lonely? He laughed softly. No, I was lonely surrounded by thousands. Lonely when my phone never stopped ringing. Lonely when the world applauded me, Inside that house, I finally met the only person I had been running from, myself. He opened the journal, only a few sentences. One page. Silence is not the absence of sound. It is the absence of demand. Another. Everything you own asks something from you. A smaller life can hold a larger soul. The final page. I stopped building houses. I started building peace. The reporter could not understand. But how did you live inside without a door? He looked at her for a long time. Then he revealed the secret. The house was built around me. I stood on the foundation. The workers placed the last stone. Then they left. I never asked them to come back. Her face turned pale. You stayed inside for 10 years? Yes. Weren't you afraid? I was. The first night was the hardest. I heard every regret I had ignored, every mistake, every memory, every voice I drowned with work. That house was never a prison. My own mind was, and there was no escape. He closed the journal. Most people think peace is something you find. It isn't. Peace is what remains. After everything false has finally fallen silent. The reporter never saw him again. Some say he returned to the desert. Others believe he died. But the house still stands, without doors, without windows, without any way inside. Tourists still visit. They walk around for hours, searching for a hidden entrance. They leave disappointed because they never understood what the old architect was trying to teach. The house was never meant to keep people out. It was built to show them that they had spent their lives looking for entrances to the world, while never searching for the entrance to themselves, and maybe, just maybe, the greatest walls you will ever face are not made of stone. They are made of distractions. The greatest door you will ever open is not in a house. It is inside your own mind. And when that door finally opens, you will discover that the peace you have been chasing across the world has been waiting quietly inside you all along.